Welcome back to the D&D Talk Wrestling Weekly Rewind.
So in this week's episode, we're going to go over what happened the previous week of wrestling. In the news, there was another Hall of Fame announcement, which I didn't kind of see coming.
Yeah, that was kind of a surprise.
And then always, we're going to end with the promo, my favorite part of the episode.
Mine too.
Last week on Dynamite, it started off with Hangman Adam Page versus Platinum Max Caster. I really hate they broke the Acclaim up.
Me too.
I like them as a team, but I don't know. We'll see what they're doing. Hangman obviously won with the buckshot lariat. It's kind of a squash match, but not really a squash match. But like after the match, he went in the back and said something to MJF, and I guess they're going to do something eventually. Next was the Death Riders, Claudio Pac and Yuta versus Undisputed Kingdom. Our boys Cole, O'Reilly, and Strong. I think it was for I don't have it down, but I'm pretty sure it was for the trios titles. But Yuta won with what happened? The most devastating move of all time.
Roll up.
Well, small package, of course, because that's just what happens. Next we had...
not to cut you off before you go into it, but the Death Rider's name is kind of growing on me.
Did you see...
I'm going to have to say, because in the beginning I was like iffy about
Death Riders is weird. I should have put it in the news. Did you see the shirt they're selling? No. It's a plain white shirt, and on the bottom it just says property of the Death Riders, because they all just wear plain white shirts. And there's AEW selling for like $45 or something.
I mean, that's kind of cool, but...
Like, I'm going to just go to Walmart and get a 4-pack.
Me and white shirts don't mix. Like, I literally eat like a toddler, so...
Next was Taz's son Hook, Samoa Joe, and Katsuyori Shibata versus Aaron Solo, John Cruz, and Rosario Grillo. Joe wins with the Muscle Buster on John Cruz, who... John Cruz is the one that the clip was going around like a year ago of him jumping off the top rope and Joe moving out of the way, and he's just like, what's going on? So it was kind of funny to see that back. But what kind of match was that? Squash match number 1 of the night.
There we go.
After the match, though, Joe cut a promo on Christian's crew, the Patriarchy, and Joe was like, our new name is the Ops. I kind of like that.
The Ops.
Yeah. He cut a whole thing of like why they're called the Ops. I don't remember every, like, word for word, but it was kind of cool.
I'm going to withhold my judgment because just like the Death Riders, I think maybe eventually it's going to grow on me. Yeah. I'm not sure, though.
I do like Death Riders over Blackpool Combat Club because a lot of people were abbreviating it wrong. Renee abbreviated it wrong one time on TV. And Mark Henry was like, what are you doing?
We got to keep this channel here. PG, so we can't. But I like the Blackpool Combat Club, though.
No, it was cool.
To be honest.
Yeah, it was a cool name. Next was Dustin Rhodes versus MJF. MJF won by referee stoppage with the arm trap crossface. Which I don't know why they just didn't call it a normal crossface, but that's what they were calling it.
I guess just to add a little something in there to make it different.
Next was squash match number 2 of the night. Megan Bayne versus Maya World. I feel like they're pushing Megan Bayne. They're giving her one of those like big man pushes of like every week you're just coming out and squashing.
We talked about that like last week with Omos.
Yeah, when Omos would do it, or Omos would have like 4 or 5 people. They did
Strowman
it with like,
used to do it.
Yeah, Strowman. Yeah. TNA used to do it with Joe. Like every company does it with somebody. I feel like now it's her turn. I don't know if I've ever seen it with a woman. Maybe like when Glamazon first came out.
Maybe Nia Jax did it.
Okay, Nia Jax did it. Yeah, okay.
Especially when she came back, like when she was first here and then left and then came back again. She was doing some squash matches.
The main event of the night was the Ass Boys, Austin and Colton Gunn versus the Hurt Syndicate, your boy Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. They need, I don't know, they need something. It was for the World Tag Titles. Shelton Benjamin hit a lateral press on Austin Gunn after he got speared from Bobby Lashley to retain the World Titles. It just, I don't know. Like, it was a good match. It just seemed like they don't know what to do with, like, MVP's whole crew.
Kind of like they
funny.
Came into the company and then it's like, okay, we got these big stars, which they all are big stars, but
it's kind of funny to me because like it wasn't Benjamin, but it was MVP and Lashley and somebody else in TNA. They were doing, and then they didn't know what to do with them. Kind of happened with WWE. They were going good and didn't know what to do with them.
I think like nobody questions Lashley and Benjamin's athletic ability because they're like amazing.
They are, yeah.
But no one has ever given them a chance to really develop a character. Like you could say that the Guns have better character development than they do.
Right. And not just because of their dad either.
No, they're allowed to talk more. They're allowed to really connect with the fans and all this stuff. And a lot of the times, even in WWE, MVP was doing all the talking. Lashley didn't talk as much.
Like
Shelton didn't talk
last
as
week
much.
when the Ass Boys came back out, Shelton Benjamin and Lashley just stood there, like arms crossed, staring at the camera. MVP was talking all the time. Like, I know Shelton Benjamin can talk. I know Lashley can talk.
Yeah, you just got to give him that. Lashley in his TNA run, like he was. They just got to give him that opportunity.
When he had every title.
I mean, it works for some people. Like it worked for Brock to not talk and just stand there. But like that would be like when Heyman and Punk were together.
If
Punk don't say a word and let Heyman talk. Like,
oh my god, that would be terrible.
Like why? Give him the opportunities to really flourish. You know what I mean? And connect with the audience. That's my opinion. Anyways.
I think next, because they both happened at the same time, I think next we'll go to Vengeance Day just to break up AEW a little bit. So Vengeance Day was Saturday night, and it started with Stephanie Vakir versus Fallon Henley for the NXT North American title, well, the Women's North American title. Vakir won with the spiral tap, which I know what it is, I just can't picture the move. But for them to give the title to her that quick, and Julia already having the women's title, like they're pushing these two.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Far and fast. Next was Fraxium versus Josh Briggs, and I said it right last week, so I'm hoping Yoshiki Inamura. I think I did it again. It's 2 now. For the NXT tag title.
It's not an easy name.
It's not. Fraxium won with a high-low combination, which is, I don't know. They're so good, they should have a better.
I love that. I love that team.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, spoiler alert to our actual topic of this week, I did not put Fraxium on.
I don't have them on there. After the match, 4 masked men attacked in what looked like skull masks, whatever. Corey Graves was identified Dion Lennox and Cutler James from the Performance Center, but they couldn't figure out who the other two were. But then later on in the night, they come out again, and they're all standing in the ring with like their masks off. And they all go to put them on, and the one dude puts it on like over his whole face. Funny. I don't know why, but he reminded me of the dude in the Nexus that used to wear the mask.
Oh,
I don't know why.
I know which one you're talking about.
I don't know, but as soon as he did that, I was like, "Oh my god, that's the guy from the Nexus."
I can't think of his name.
I should have looked it up. I couldn't remember his name either. Next was Trick Williams versus Eddie Thorpe in a strap match, which was a really good match. I kind of like this heel Trick coming a little bit. But Eddie Thorpe's never lost a strap match, and he won this one with a running knee. That's like they're making that like his match.
And shout out to WWE 2K25. Eddie Thorpe has made the roster as well.
Is he in there?
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
There's a lot of people that aren't even in WWE that made the roster, so.
Well, the releases and everything. But I'm excited about having these new
I mean,
I'm a big fan of Eddie Thorpe. That's why I want to throw that in there.
Jacob Fatu's in it. Come on.
Well, the whole bloodline.
The whole bloodline is in it. As we just seen on the video.
That's half the roster.
Next was Ethan Page versus Javon Evans. I don't know where Javon Evans came from, but he is like impressed. He impresses me so much every time I see him in the ring.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I do like, so Page won with, it's a Twist of Fate, but he calls it the Twisted Grin. I really like the name of it. And it's literally just Matt Hardy's Twist of Fate.
Twisted Grin.
Yeah.
I actually like that
think
too.
Because, I think he named it that because of him breaking Javon's jaw. Because he like wore a mouthpiece during the match and he knocked the mouthpiece out. He was still bleeding afterwards.
I like that name. I do.
After that, my man Obafemi versus A-Town, well, not versus A-Town Down Under, but versus Waller and versus Theory for the NXT title. That match was amazing. That was the first match I watched live. I went back and watched the Page Evans match, but when I got home, I turned that on. That match was amazing.
Oh yeah,
even to see Theory, I don't know why, but even to see Theory and Waller come out separately, I was like, oh, I knew like they weren't gonna team as much as they did.
Going back, we both are huge fans of Obafemi. We both love A-Town Down Unders. And granted, with the tag team, you like Waller a little more, I like Theory a little more, but still, they're still
phenomenal.
Yeah, they're all amazing.
Obafemi did win with the Fall from Grace, which is just his like last ride powerbomb. But then after that is when the Masked Men came out again, and that's when they were all standing there, and the dude like put it. I don't know why when he put it up over his face. Even people online were like, "He's my favorite of the group now because he put the skull mask over his whole entire face."
Showing personality.
And that's what you're doing. It really makes me mad. I can't think of the goodest name from the Nexus.
He was one of the guys that didn't really stick around that long.
No, he was, and he was like he was kind of like a boxer or something too, because he had like UFC type gloves on.
Yes, I remember that. I literally picture his face.
I could see it, yeah, because he wore like a face mask, like before any of that stuff.
I just can't.
Yeah, it's really gonna bother me, and we're not gonna look it up.
Okay. At least we don't have computers.
We lie. I'm sure later on I am gonna look it up when like I'm not doing something. So the next was the main event of Bayley versus Cora Jade versus Roxanne Perez versus Julia for the NXT Women's title. I loved that match. That match was amazing. And I was telling him before, when Perez came out, they showed her NXT entrance, or her 2K entrance, and then it merged into her actual entrance. It looks like if you were just walking by the TV and it was on, you would think you were watching the actual show when her 2K video was on.
Oh,
It was amazing.
Even last year's games, like a lot of the models and the entrances and stuff looked amazing. But I really love how like they're pushing, they're marketing it more, especially on like WWE TV now.
Oh, God,
especially with doing stuff like that and
I feel
the
like
sign on the door with Roman.
I feel like they never really did it. They were just like, hey, the wrestling game's out this year.
They would do it, but it would be like low key or just its own commercial or its own entity. But now it's like mixed, and I don't. It's got me even more excited.
We'll talk about it during the Raw part. I do like what Carlito said when they were in the back before.
Oh, about the DLC.
Hey, give me your credit card. I'll buy the DLC when the new game comes out in like a month.
Yeah, Carlito is hilarious.
Julia did retain with the Northern Lights bomb on Perez, and spoiler for Raw, but she did win her Elimination Chamber match, so I feel like that's her last time in NXT. I feel like now she's coming up,
and could not be any more excited.
I don't think I'll have to when I'm reading it. She wasn't on last night, but after that, so Julia was in the ring, holding her title. Vakir's music hit. She comes in the ring. They're both holding their titles up. Who comes out to the surprise of no one? Jordan Grace, as like, hey, I'm here now. I'm in NXT now.
That's gonna be good.
That's gonna be really good. They had a match last night, and it was really good.
I gotta say, man, the past couple weeks across all brands, all companies, some of these women matches lately
they've been amazing,
like off the charts.
Right.
And I don't know why, because like it's the same women that have been there for a while. But like I feel like that they've really all just like turned it up a notch, and there's been so many impressive matches.
Yeah. So later that night on TV was Collision. I didn't get to see it because for whatever reason, because it was on at a later time, my Hulu didn't record it. So I was able to see clips on Twitter, on X, because it was in Australia. And the first thing I want to say is, I don't know if you saw this, and I saw it really bothered me. People were making fun of the ring because it was 2 feet shorter on each side.
Yeah, and the
steps were literally like a step stool.
And the apron didn't fit.
Yeah, the apron didn't fit. The steps were like a step stool. Like, I don't understand the big deal. Like, I know WWE's done it. All these other promotions have done it, where they go overseas and they just rent a ring. It's more logistical for them to just go instead of trying to ship a ring overseas.
I read a report that said that AEW was gonna bring the ring, but they miscalculated the travel time, and it would not have been
right. And I mean, okay, they've been there. It's been.
But let's be honest, AEW does not travel
right out overseas. This is
as much as WWE.
This is only their second time overseas.
So you got to give them a little credit for that, or a little slack.
Okay, they've been around for maybe you can't say much, but they've only been around for 5 years, so it's still not like they're still learning stuff. They're still getting there. Yeah, 5 years sounds kind of long. But there's like that's only
4 of those years you did all your shows
right when you literally debuted a year before COVID, so you were stuck outside of the Jaguars stadium for a good year and a half probably, or you were in Cody's training ring in Atlanta. Like you're still learning. This is only they were in England last year. They were in Australia this year. He already announced they're going back to Australia. They're gonna get better with that stuff.
The Wembley one though, that was like months of planning.
Oh God, yeah, no, they planned that. They took forever to plan that. Wait, I just wanted to come off and say that in the beginning.
Why'd you say Jaguars like that?
I don't know. Did I say it weird?
You did. You were like Jaguars.
I don't know.
Jaguars Stadium.
I don't know. What's the word after Crayola?
Listen, it's called crayon.
It's called crayon.
It's called crayon, and I don't want to hear anything about it.
I'm gonna pull Google up, and Google's gonna say crayon.
I don't care what Google has to say. Google.
Regardless.
It's just.
Okay. All right. I mean. If I said, maybe I did. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
You did say it weird. Because you always give me crap for the way I say certain words.
What goes in cereal? If we're going to do this, what goes in cereal?
Milk goes into cereal, okay?
Milk? M-E-L-K goes into cereal?
100%.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah. So what do you eat your cereal with?
Milk.
Milk?
Milk. M-I-L-K. Milk.
Milk. No.
Yes.
You sound like you're doing a terrible impression of Stewie Griffin. Milk? No. Don't even talk about it. Go on to your next match.
We're just going to go on to the first match of Collision, which was an amazing match, and I'm really mad I didn't get to see it live. It opened with Ospreay and Omega versus Kyle Fletcher and Konosuke Takeshita.
I'm not looking at you.
That's fine. But they hit. I should have saved the clip and show you. Maybe you've seen it. They hit a one-wing angel hidden blade combo.
I saw that. Yeah.
That was amazing.
It was.
And they seemed to be like best friends. They were doing like his Terminator stuff during the match. After match, they announced 2 matches for Revolution, which now might make me buy it because I wasn't really looking forward towards it. But I might buy it if they're gonna do Fletcher and Ospreay in a steel cage. It sounds like it's getting better.
I feel like Ospreay and Omega are just having a lot of fun right now.
Yeah, I think so too. I think whatever Omega does ever since coming back from his diverticulitis, is that what I think that's what he had.
You say that word right, but not Jaguar.
Whatever. I feel like ever since he just wants to have fun because literally his career he thought he was done.
Yeah.
He thought he was gonna die,
and he might not know how long he has left.
Right.
So
I just feel like whatever he's gonna do, he's gonna go full out and just have a blast with.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong. You could tell. You could literally tell by watching it. It's.
Especially was that 2 weeks ago when he was up on the thing. He was like, I gotta get down. I'm scared of heights. Like let's get this. So play my music. Next they had Mercedes Moné versus Harley Cameron for the TBS title, which I'm surprised she didn't win because it was her home country. Moné won with.
You talked about that a lot though, but like the history of wrestling, they don't really let people.
But I feel like, and I don't want to say it because it's WWE. Hunter lets people go over now in their hometown.
Not
more often than like he who shall not be named ever did. Like when they were coming to their hometown, you're like anytime Angle was in Pennsylvania, you knew Angle was losing.
Yeah, and that's a good way to get heel heat for whoever they're going against.
Unless they're the heel, then I can see them not going over. Well, actually, if they're heel, they should go over in their hometown.
Would they get cheered then? Like, are we talking like?
Would they get cheered?
Are we talking about like heel or like Dom heel where people just boo him because
like a Dom heel or like a Logan heel. He's got go away. He gets booed in Cleveland.
Yeah,
he's got go away heat. I think if he won, he would still get booed.
That's because he stole Adam Page's moveset. Did you see that?
I did see that.
Say that?
Yeah. I did see that. Next was the Death Riders of Mox and Claudio versus Jay White and Copeland in a Brisbane street fight. Did you see Copeland in the ring? I should have sent you the clip. I have it. I'll show you it afterwards. He came out. His music hit. He's in the ring. His music ends. The crowd is still singing his music. And you can see like him getting emotional. He's like fighting back the tears, but he got really into it. Every time I watched it, it gave me goosebumps. I don't know why, but like watching the crowd keep going with the music, once it goes, it always hits me.
My favorite one out of that would be when Jericho.
I was just gonna say Jericho MJF
when he entered and he didn't even play his music. The crowd sang it.
He wasn't allowed to.
Yeah,
that was like part of the thing. And whoever was the ring announcer started, and he was like, "No, don't say my name. Let them all go." Yeah, that's probably like that was always my one.
That was my favorite.
I think this tops it. I think this is my one.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. It just the way you can see him get emotional. And he wasn't doing it as like to get over. It was just him of like, okay, I think I actually do still belong in wrestling.
Oh, I think he 100% belongs in wrestling.
But we know he doesn't have much time left.
Very true. Very true. I'll give you that point.
Regardless, Mox put him in a bulldog choke, Copeland in a bulldog choke, and won the match. Which I mean, I can see why, but. Because they have a match. Mox versus Copeland has the world title match at Revolution, which I think is in like 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah. That was a good match, though. Next was Okada versus Buddy Matthews for the Continental title, and I'm pretty sure Buddy Matthews messed up his knee or messed up his ankle.
I saw that when
he leapt over.
Yeah.
Because then there's pictures afterwards of him with a crutch.
He rolled his ankle bad.
Yeah.
I mean, you can roll your ankle. Like if you look into like sports and stuff, you can roll your ankle and not do that much damage, or you could do a lot.
You can roll your ankle. You could walk over a rock and roll your ankle real bad. Okada did one with a low blow and a Rainmaker. I still love the Rainmaker move.
Yeah, me too.
Like the spinning elbow. The main event for that night was Timeless Toni Storm versus Mariah May for the AEW World's title. Toni Storm won with the Storm Zero, which I believe makes her a 4-time champ now, which is like. I think she was tied with somebody for 3, but now as a 4-time champ, she's got the most title reigns in AEW.
Standalone.
Yeah, basically. It was really like She came out.
You can almost say her title reign is timeless. You saw what I was doing there, didn't you? Yeah. Okay.
She came out like with the Australia flag on her, like it was almost her hometown, but we know like she's from like somewhere in England, I think.
I don't know. Off the top of my head.
Because she wasn't. I think she was in NXT UK. Yeah, she was in NXT UK. But she came with like the big Australia like flag on her back and everything. Like she was almost home. But it was really good when she won. They popped really big for that. So that's me talking for 20 minutes now. Literally 20 minutes now.
Yeah. Let me take a sip of my energy drink because listening to him talk for 20 minutes got me a little sleepy.
By the way, drink prime. Yo, I'm trying to get a sponsor, man. Don't do that. I'm trying to get a sponsor.
All right. Well, since we're going into transitions, how about we transition into SmackDown and go over what happened there?
I think that would be a good idea. Michael Tarver.
Oh, you looked it up.
I did look it up.
Yeah, Michael Tarver. Okay.
Michael Tarver is the dude that wore the mask in NXT. I told you I was gonna.
He's like one of the guys that really didn't even stick around that long after.
No.
Like everybody else had like
Well, besides
Daniel Bryan. Well, no, he got like let go and then got brought back.
Jeez, I wonder why he got let go.
Maybe he choked somebody with it.
Yo, I couldn't believe he did that.
All right, so we're gonna start running down SmackDown right now. SmackDown starts with a Cody promo. Then Drew McIntyre interrupts. Jacob interrupts. Basically just kind of, talking about who's coming for Cody.
I just realized we messed up.
What?
That was supposed to be before Vengeance Day and Collision.
It doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't matter, but if we go in order...
See, they wouldn't even have known we messed up until you...
You know they would have, because we would have heard about it. No, we would have heard about it.
You just made... Yeah,
that's fine. I don't care.
I hear about it a lot from that particular individual. I don't know if I'm able to take it anymore.
No, the big Oos Chris Hahn would have said something too.
Yeah, the big Oos. Sorry, hold wait. He's our tribal chief. So, you had the promo. You had Drew and Jacob talking about the chamber. One of the lines I liked is about everybody wants to see the psychopath versus a werewolf. I was kind of like excited.
100% I want to see that.
I don't know why. It's like such a simple thing, but seeing those two. But then at the end, Solo ended up arriving like on screen. And like you can see, like Cody really and weird. Jacob were both.
They're both like, no, I'm going to talk. No, I'm going to.
They're looking at each other, and all of a sudden it's like, no, we want to talk to that guy.
Like, is that branch falling off the bloodline tree?
I think they might be breaking, but
Solo versus Jacob in a match.
So, I'll save that what I read for the news section of it, but let's get back into. We have a women's qualifying match for the Chamber. Naomi versus Chelsea Green. Naomi won with a face buster. And then her split leg moonsault. Not a bad match.
No, it wasn't a bad match.
Honestly, I'm a little surprised that Naomi won. I thought Chelsea was going to. But then again, she has the title.
I kind of figured when Lyra didn't, I didn't think she would. I don't think there's ever been a mid-card champ in the Chamber match.
That's actually an interesting fact that we should probably look up for the next one.
Yeah, we probably won't. We'll forget it.
Well, I mean, we'll probably be doing a predictions.
Right? Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm so good at my predictions.
Yeah, we should keep a scoreboard behind us.
Just like most people in my life, you can watch that to see how wrong that I truly am all the time. All right, so we got Motor City Machine Guns versus Los Garza. The Machine Guns win after hitting Skull and Bones.
I love the Machine Guns, man. I'm so glad they're in WWE.
Me too. I wish it was like a couple years earlier.
Oh yeah, when they were still like, I don't want to say young and fresh because obviously they can still like outperform a lot of tag teams, but I love that they're in. I still say it, and I want to look it up. I don't think that was their TNA finisher. I feel like that's too plain for them.
Maybe they have to tone it down just a little.
Maybe because they're getting older. Maybe something.
Trying to like prolong their careers.
Yeah.
Or something good. Well, we go backstage. Jacob finds Solo. They had a little interaction back there.
That was so weird.
Yeah. And then Solo telling Jacob, "I love you."
Yeah.
It's like a role reversal type of thing. But I kind of am interested to see where that's going, which is kind of a rumor that I read. But then we had Miz versus LA Knight. LA Knight got the win. That was a good match, but like,
I don't know.
I feel like it was more of a filler.
I feel like they don't know. I feel like because of someone in the Wyatt family being hurt, they don't know what to do with the Miz.
So he's kind of just like
they're kind of just like, let's leave you on TV so everybody remembers what happened with you and the Wyatts on Raw.
Because it is the Miz. I mean, he's
right.
awesome, right?
Sure.
You're such a Miz hater.
I've never liked the Miz. The only time it's weird. The only time I liked him is when he was on The Real World when he was like, I'm gonna go be in WWE.
You would have watched The Real World.
I did watch The Real World.
Let me guess, you watch Road Rules too?
Yeah, and The Challenge and all.
When you're home after school every day to watch TRL, the Top Countdown.
Probably. There's a place in Wilkes-Barre now opening up with a TRL thing. Like, there's like a 90s bar opening up in Wilkes-Barre.
You would be that guy, wouldn't you?
Why? What do you mean? Because I was the only person in the world watching all that.
You weren't the only person in the world, but you and 70,000 other women.
No, I was probably watching Cartoon Network when I came home from school.
No, you weren't, because that would be too cool. Too cool. That's a tag team I left off too.
Me too.
There you go.
Shit.
Look, see how this works.
Sneak peek of the podcast for tomorrow.
So then we have R-Truth versus Mello. Truth tries an attitude adjustment but fails, and then Mello hits nothing but net for the win.
I love Truth, man.
Me too. That man is a national treasure.
You know what? When Cena retires, he needs the one to put Cena into the Hall of Fame.
That would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious. My childhood hero, even though he's older than him.
Cena and Little Jimmy, Hall of Fame class.
Yeah.
So we have Street Profits promo. Not too much to say, but I have to say that I do love the darker side of the Street Profits now.
Why don't I remember? Oh, because it was like a vignette.
It was like a vignette type thing.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Just basically saying that they're gonna pay and they're gonna get the belts, blah blah blah. But
because he's still hurt. What's his name is still hurt, and he said when I'm better.
Yeah, Dawkins is still hurt right now, but I just really like the darker tone, the darker mood of them. Because they were always the jumping around party.
Yeah, no, they're not coming out with solo cups no more now.
No. Maybe they'll come out with 2 cups.
Maybe they'll come out with just dark solo cups because they're heels now.
Stack cups.
Stack cups.
Yeah.
They're stack cups.
If you know, you know.
I don't. No.
All right. Then we have the WWE Women's Championship match. Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax.
Yo, you did it again.
Nia Jax.
You did it again.
Because at least when I mispronounce her name, it's not even that bad. Nia. She wouldn't even be that mad at me if we were in person.
She probably would.
Now, if her name is Nia Jax and I was like, hey, what's up, Sean? Maybe she would be upset.
What happened in the match?
Maybe she would
What
be
happened
upset.
in the match?
What happened in the match?
Yeah.
There was an interference by Candice LeRae causing a disqualification. That's what happened.
I do like Candice LeRae with her.
I
feel
do
like
that too.
I feel like she's getting more time now than she did when she was in the way in NXT.
Candice is one of the best women wrestlers on the roster.
She is.
100%.
They need to have her in more singles matches.
After that, what happened? There was that little interaction with Charlotte and all that stuff too.
I'm so over Charlotte already.
Yeah, no, LeRae and Jax.
Oh, isn't that when she announced?
Well, LeRae and Jax were attacking Tiffany and Trish Stratus.
Yeah, okay.
But then, everybody came to break it up. Stratus and Tiffany were down, and then Charlotte comes in.
It was like, I'm challenging you at
Mania. Yeah, the Queen is challenging you. I have never been a bigger Tiffany Stratton fan in my life.
I'm not even a Tiffany Stratton fan, but I'm rooting for Tiffany Stratton.
I am now a big Kaiser fan just because of this.
Because you have to be.
Well, yeah,
because you can't say one thing bad about her. He's coming after you.
No, he'd beat my ass probably.
Probably Bill Lincoln whooped our ass.
If not him, his best friend would.
Oh man.
So we had the men's chamber qualifying match: Priest versus Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu. Priest wins with the South of Heaven.
I'm surprised Fatu didn't win.
I am too. I really thought Fatu was gonna win that.
But the way it broke down with everybody interfering.
Yeah, at the end of the match, you had Solo interfering. Then Cody comes and attacks Solo. Then Tonga attacks Cody. Solo accidentally spikes Tonga, and Jacob.
Isn't that when Jacob ripped his shirt off?
Yeah, he was pissed.
Yeah, he wasn't too happy about that.
So, and that's pretty much what finished up SmackDown. I really think that's leading towards
a Solo Jacob
match at Mania.
He's gonna. What if they're just in the ring and he's like, Solo's like, Jacob, come up here and acknowledge me, and he just, I can't say. You can't say. I mean, he can give him the thumb.
So with that, would Solo then go back with Roman?
He did say.
He okay?
Yeah, he did.
All right, just
he did say if Roman won, he was going to acknowledge him. He still hasn't. I mean, they also haven't been on the screen at the same time.
Roman's out indefinitely.
Indefinitely until the chamber when he screws your boy over.
See, why do you always have to like be negative?
That's the rumors that I'm hearing.
Oh.
What happened on Raw?
What happened on Raw?
Yeah, since I screwed up and did Collision too early and Wednesday too early.
Just like I said before about tuning in to hear me being wrong, tune in and watch him screw up all the time.
That's fine. It's my ADD.
You're getting a first look into both of our lives.
Sorry about that.
All right, so Raw starts with a Sammy promo, and basically we find out that at the Chamber, Adam Pearce comes out and everything, and they announce that Sammy's not clear to participate in a match, so it's going to be.
I like how he was like, it's not official, it's unsanctioned. I was like, that's kind of cool.
So that means anything goes.
Right.
No holds barred.
Right.
I love how they have like 11 different names for one type
for
of
the same thing. Because even if you think about it, like false count anyway. Well,
no disqualification. It's technically no holds barred.
Right.
It's technically unsanctioned.
Right.
Or what are they going to show up in like? Oh, KO's going to show up in like jeans and boots. Remember the old days they used to do that. Like,
with the El Generico shirt on.
They used to do that in the old days.
Yeah, that's what you use when they were coming up with jeans and like cowboy boots or Timbs. Yeah.
First thing that comes to mind is Dusty Rhodes when I just said that. Yeah.
That's right. When I said that, another tag team came to mind. So
who was that?
Crime Time.
That has
Yes, it does. When I said boots and jeans, that's what they came out in.
Gear though.
I know. That's what reminded me of them.
If we're gonna talk about boots and so how about the Smoking Guns? Remember them?
I do. No, I mean it was before my time, but
Billy and Bart Gunn.
Yeah. I've seen videos. I've watched clips. What happened next?
Oh my god.
I can't do this week. I need a divorce.
Honestly.
I thought last week was bad.
Honestly, like I feel like Bubba Ray right now.
Oh wow!
Asking Devon to get the table because you're about to go through.
Wow. Okay.
South of heaven, right here.
Okay.
I don't know why I picked Priest's move.
Yeah.
Why did I pick Priest's move?
I don't know.
Because he's from the streets, that's why.
Because he's the street champ now all of a sudden.
I'm from the streets.
Yeah, the mean streets of Pittston, yeah. Let me tell you what.
I grew up on a street. Does that count?
Everybody grew up on a street.
Not everybody.
Who didn't grow up on a street?
I don't know. Someone grew up in an apartment building.
Oh my god. The apartment building's on a street!
Maybe. Anyways.
What is happening?
We have Dirty Dom versus AJ Styles.
We're supposed to make this shorter, and we're making it so much longer.
It is so much longer. And you know what? I would say it's for their entertainment, but that would be a lie. Dirty Dom versus AJ Styles. Styles wins by hitting the Styles Clash on Dom. That was a good match.
Yo, then Breaker came out.
Yeah, Breaker comes out.
I love when he was not even paying, he just grabs the shirt. He catches the shirt.
Catch?
It's like the microphone that Roman caught at SummerSlam.
That's exactly what I thought the first time it happened.
Yeah.
That was just so smooth.
You could see it though. He tried catching it with his other hand, and then he caught it with that hand.
It's still
that was
smooth as all.
Yeah, that was really good.
I like when how he moved, and then Dom ended up eating the spear from Breaker. So we had the Women's Intercontinental Title #1 contender match: Ivy Nile versus Dakota Kai. Kai wins after connecting with the GTK. I'm really happy about that.
I am too. I want to see her win that title.
She deserves it. I mean, I know she's gotten a bunch of injuries.
Right.
But still, like, she kills it.
Right. Every week she does. She always outperforms and tries to do her best. She's been there forever, too, and she's only ever been a tag champ.
Just to throw it in there real quick, you had that Gunther promo, just talking about Jay and everything, and then kind of goes after McAfee, which led Jay to come out, and then a big brawl to ensue.
He put on Twitter, I don't understand why Jay does this. These people all smell.
He's funny.
I mean, we have to. If you laugh at him, your chest is getting caved in if you don't laugh. So
that's why he's funny. Because he's scary. That's why. So we had Penta versus Pete Dunne. Kaiser interrupts, and Penta throws Pete into Kaiser and hits the Penta driver on Pete for the win. That was so confusing how I wrote that down.
I don't know what they're. I feel like they're trying to
make a triple threat for Mania.
But also. Somehow, I mean, they haven't been talked about. Maybe bring back Imperium. Imperium never really broke up, but I feel like they're either trying to put Pete Dunne in Imperium or make a new Imperium.
I would love
with Pete just Dunne. Kaiser and Pete Dunne.
I would love Pete Dunne in Imperium. You know who I would like more?
Butch.
I would love Dragunov. in Imperium.
Yeah, he's supposed. I'm hoping he's coming back soon. I thought he was gonna come back.
But he also had some of the best matches I've ever seen in
against Gunther,
NXT UK.
Yeah,
against Gunther. Yeah, he was one of the only guys to against Walter.
Yeah, it was Walter at the time,
and he was like one of the only guys that had Walter's number, like no matter what.
Yeah, those were some good matches.
But I think he would fit good into it. But Pete Dunne in there, it would fit the aesthetic.
I think it would be a lot better. I mean, obviously he had a little different of a character in the Brawling Brutes, but I think it would fit a lot better in an Imperium than he did in Brawling Brutes.
Yeah, more serious. They're all great technical wrestlers, and he doesn't have to use that stupid name again.
And dress up like a dummy. Not a dummy, but like didn't he have like suspenders on and shit?
Yeah.
I don't know how you can wrestle in that.
I don't know how people could wrestle in jeans, to be honest.
Yeah, really.
Or jeans shorts. You look stupid wearing jean shorts when you wrestle.
Timeout.
No timeouts. We have a women's qualifying match for the Chamber. Roxanne versus Raquel. Roxanne hits Pop Rocks for the win, and I'm super excited she's in the Chamber match.
I think that's her call up. I'm really. I mean, we know she's not going to win the Chamber, but I think she's done in NXT. I think
absolutely.
That's her official call up.
Absolutely, she's going to show out in that Chamber too. 100%.
She really is. Oh yeah, she is.
We had the New Day promo talking about Rey Mysterio. LWO hit the ring and beat down New Day. That was kind of like a heel thing to me, like how they just came in and just beating up New Day. But like I kind of like
it. A lot of people were saying that's gonna make Rey off TV for a little bit to push Dragon Lee as the leader of the LWO.
I'm okay with that.
I'd be alright with that.
And I'm okay with Del Toro and Wild getting more TV time too.
Yeah, they need it. They deserve it.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. They're a fantastic tag team. They should be getting more time. It just feels like when Rey was there, it was like Rey and Dragon Lee, and then they were just
there.
They were just chilling as background people.
Maybe that's why they moved Zelina.
Maybe, and also because I think her
hubby's coming.
Yeah, her boo thing is coming back.
Oh, I'm so excited for that.
So pumped. And then to close out the show, the men's Chamber qualifying match, Seth versus Finn. Rollins gets the win via stomp, but I have to say that
was a hell of a match.
Yes. Anytime those two get in the ring together, it's fantastic.
I wish I would have wrote it down for the news part. I saw a tweet that Finn hasn't won a match since like August, I think, of last year. But like, anytime those two have a match, it's amazing. But I think Finn needs a win somewhere. What about this? Do you think a new member's coming to the Judgment Day?
That's a good question.
Because he keeps saying no new members, and Dom's like, I think we need somebody new. I think we have to get somebody else in here.
But who would it be?
I don't know. I don't know who would fit that aesthetic.
Now we're like fantasy booking.
I mean, I've seen online some people said Blackwood.
Blackwood.
But I don't want to see him in a group again.
I wouldn't mind if he was leading, he was leading it, but still, I wouldn't mind. Think about being in a faction and being in a group, though, does kind of help you as a wrestler because it can prolong...
Right, it can go prolong your career.
Because you're on TV every single week, but maybe you're not wrestling every single week.
Right.
So it's helping your image, but helping your body,
We see Carlito every week. When the hell was the last time he actually had a match?
That man's in good shape. He could probably go for an Iron Man match right now.
I did see clips. He was on Valet. Some of the stuff he was talking. They were like, "Yo, can you do all the old stuff?" He's like, "Nah, this is a different Carlito." He's like, "I'm a bigger Carlito. I'm older now. I can't do any of those backflip shit."
Well, he is bigger too. He's jacked.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all we have for Raw. So
last night it was NXT. Our man Obafemi comes out, starts the show. He wants to talk about the 4 dudes that attacked him. Lights go out, music starts playing, camera is in somebody's face, light turns on. Moose from TNA. Oh man.
When I saw that,
I saw that. He walked in the ring, and just to see those two in the ring, I went, holy shit, I never thought about that, but I want to see that.
Oh yeah. That's excuse me. That's something out of everything that we've talked about, I don't think we've brought him and Moose up.
I don't know if it's TNA or I think it's TNA have a pay-per-view called Worlds Collide. And I would love to see TNA versus NXT because I would buy that pay-per-view.
Oh, God, yeah.
I would absolutely. I don't know where TNA... I don't know where you could buy the TNA pay-per-views at besides like their app. I would absolutely watch that one.
No doubt in my mind.
I don't... Because I'm pretty sure it's theirs. I don't think it's an NXT one. But that would be... Just those two. Oh, my God. Oh, as soon as I saw the ring, I was like, that's going to be a banger. Mm-hmm. And of course, you just hear Booker T, no bread, no water, just meat. And I'm like, yeah, man. Like, he was going, he was like, holy shit.
Calm down, Booker. Like,
yeah.
Like,
so the first match of the night was Kalani Jordan versus Jada Parker versus Carmen Petrovic, with the winner getting a shot at the women's North American title and Stephanie Vakir. I never realized Jada Parker's entrance is kind of like GTA. Like, the graphics are like a GTA cover. Like, it looks like...
the video game GTA.
Yeah.
I was thinking for a second, I'm like...
I was like, oh, shit.
Is he talking about wrestling, or is he...
No, I should have said the video game.
Did he call JTG wrong?
Petrovic wins with a lateral press on the Jordan. But then after the match, Fatal Influence comes out because they found Henley just lost the North American title to Vakir. But, like, they're all beating on Petrovic, and Ashanti the Adonis is standing there like, yo, come out here and save her. Like, dude, that's your girl. Just pick your girl up and get out of there. He's just standing there like, what are you doing? What are you guys doing this for? Grab your girl and run, man. Like, what are you doing? And then when he was trying to get the refs, I think JC Jane hit him in the back with a chair, so of course he was out for the rest of it. That's when Vakir came out and Julia came out to make the save. They were getting jumped on, so Jordan Grace then came out to help, and she was like, you guys want to fight? You three want to fight? We want to fight. I'm here to fight. So that's the main event for the night. Is a 6-woman tag match. After that was the Meta Girls versus Sol Ruka and Zarya. I don't know why, but Sol Ruka and Zarya just look like an amazing tag team together.
Mm-hmm. I'll agree.
I don't know. I never really liked Metaphor, honestly. But the Zarya hit an F5 on Jakara Jackson. Then Sol Ruka hit that Soul Snatcher, the where she like flips in the corner. I love that finisher.
Yeah, that's probably one of my top finishers.
That's how they won it, and I don't know why, but that sometimes she'll do it like not in the corner, just on the ropes, and it looks amazing. Because you have to be. It's almost like
you have to be perfect.
You have to, like an older, like, I don't want to say older, but like an RKO in the beginning, or like an RKO when somebody would jump off the ropes. Like, you have to be where you have to be.
Your timing has to be perfect.
You have to be phenomenal with your timing. After that, Ava's in the ring to sign the newest, hottest free agent. So the free agent comes out. I can't wait to be here, and I've only been around for 2 weeks. NXT's been crazy. Ethan Page comes out. Ethan Page is like, I know what you're doing in there. Your first match is for a title match. That's what I did. You can't be Ethan Page. There's only one Ethan Page. The free agent is talking. He's like, Javon, for you talking, Javon Evans whooped your ass, even though he lost the match. Then Javon came out, so they go away. It's kind of weird because then Ava and the free agent look at each other, and they're both like, and he goes to sign, and then Wesley comes out because Wesley was like, hey, I don't like that. I was trying to talk before, but you just walked right in front of me. So he was saying something. He was like, your first match should be against me. Sign your contract. So he goes to sign it, and Wesley tries to get like a sneak attack in, but he noticed out of the corner of his eye, so he knocked him over the ropes. The refs come out to hold Wesley. He signs the paper. The camera zooms in. Ricky Saints. I don't know, man.
It's because you're so used to seeing Ricky Starks.
And it's like you said before. There's Zoe Starks is already on the roster. Obviously, we have to give it time. I'm hoping it works out. Obviously, he most likely can't have his AEW music. I'm hoping it's something like it.
I don't know. It's one of those things to where, like, when Walter's name got changed, we all hated it.
Yeah, but remember he came out and even cut a promo on, like, why it changed.
And now we're just like, yeah, it's Gunther.
Yeah.
I think right now it might be iffy, but, like, give it a couple weeks, and you're just going to be like, yo, I saw that Ricky Saints match. Like, and it's going to be that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You could be right.
No. I am right.
You are right. Do you feel better now?
Yes.
Okay. So the next match was Channing Stacks Lorenzo versus Sean Spears. Spears wins with a C4, his Death Valley Driver move. It was nothing big, nothing crazy. D'Angelo De Niro. No, that's not his name. Tony D'Angelo De Niro's from Impact. Tony D'Angelo. Maybe having a seizure.
You're worrying me today, actually.
I'm getting old. The Alzheimer's is kicking in.
First of all,
you're older. You're older.
No.
Yes, you are.
I'm not older.
Yes, you are.
Not.
When's your birthday?
When was I born?
Yeah.
1995.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Next was Andre Chase versus Eddie Thorpe. There's two guys trying to bring Chase U back. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. But Eddie Thorpe wins with an impaler. After the match, they just show him. He's in the ring, and what are you doing? Trick's on the screen, and Trick's like, you think you're done with me, you're not done with me, whatever. I like the darker Trick. I like it's going to sound weird, I like the hair in front of Trick. Like, it looks like he's going heel almost. Like, you can tell there's two different...
You mean, like, his hairstyle?
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Like, you could kind of tell when he's going to be a face and when he's going to be a heel. Because when he's doing, like, face stuff, he's got his hair back, like, almost like Hunter used to do. He had his hair back in a bun. But then when he was doing, like, darker heel type stuff, it's, like, covering his face and just, like, it's all out. He almost looks like two different people.
No, I can see that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird looking. Not weird looking, but it's kind of like... You would like if they had them next to each other, you can see them, but you can also see like the difference.
No, it's just the look. Like with the hair down in the face over the eyes, you kind of look a little more psychotic, like a little more intimidating. I'd be more intimidated by that than a man with a man bun.
Yeah, I mean you'd be intimidated by anybody, but the main event of the match of the night: Fatal Influence, Fallon Henley, JC Jane, and Jasmine Nix versus Julia, Stephanie Bakir, and Jordine Grace. What are you staring at?
You.
Grace hits the Here It Is driver on Jasmine Nix, who is the Marty Jannetty of the group, we'll just say. Because she's always the one
like you,
pinned.
right?
Yeah, oh yeah, like me, yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know I know what the Here It Is driver, I just can't picture it. I want to say it's gotta be something like Big Papa Pump's finisher, because she basically has his music. And she calls herself Big Mama Pump. Which sounds really bad.
That sounds kind of weird.
That's what she was calling herself in TNA.
I feel like I would never want to say that to a woman.
No, if a woman said that to you, you'd be like, "Whoa, what do you mean? What's going on?"
I would feel offended for her.
But yeah, that's how NXT ended. That's what happened in the week of wrestling. What do you have for the news?
What do I have for the news?
What do you have for outside the ropes?
I'll tell you what I have for the news. What do I have for the news?
You sound so excited.
Huh? No, I'm still taken back by the old comment, to be honest with you.
Why are we doing this?
Well, hold on, sorry. I'm so old I forgot. Starting off with the news, how about we talk about Michael Cole? He was on Impulsive.
Yeah, let me scroll down to that.
I know you have a couple things written down. One of the biggest things is that he signed a new contract.
He did for 8 more years because he wants to go to retirement age.
Yes, which is great because Michael Cole is GOAT of commentating.
He has to be the top. He's got to be right up there.
Listen, I know it's a hot take. Especially growing up in the Attitude Era and having JR and King. Michael Cole.
Let's just say that wasn't really commentary. That was more of JR trying to say the moves and King just trying to be
sexually harassing all the women. Yeah,
basically, yeah.
I got it. Apparently, he would fit in well with the Kendrick Lamar song.
Yeah, he would.
But Cole, go 100%. My opinion. Hot take, maybe.
No, not a hot take. There's no way it's a hot take.
If you disagree, leave it in the comments, and I'll prove you wrong.
I like how he did say, like, the first thing they said on the podcast was like, yeah, we were talking yesterday about me wanting to be on it, and then Tiffany Stratton canceled, so here I am.
So I wonder if that Tiffany Stratton stuff is a work, or...
They said, I should have wrote it down. They said where she was having an interview on that.
Or maybe they're just taking the joke and making it seem real, like blurring the lines.
Yeah.
But it's really not real.
Right. I mean, that's what they do anymore, basically. He said, Uncle Cole said on there, we're not really a wrestling company. We're more of a... Entertainment now.
Because let's be honest.
The stories are first anymore than the wrestling.
Everybody can sit there and say, oh, Logan flirted with her. They knew they were on camera, A.
Right.
B, Logan has a wife.
Right.
Just had a baby.
Right.
I think that they're just playing it up to get more people talking about it.
100%.
But there is people out there that really think that Logan was like doing this and she's appalled by him, and like, no, I feel like it's...
No, because that would be Logan versus Kaiser, which if you didn't know, that's her boyfriend is Ludwig Kaiser. That match would be...
Well, you would have known if you watched last week's episode.
Did we talk? Oh, you did talk about it.
Yeah, the wrestling couple.
Yeah, but I don't remember you saying them, but no, you did. You brought them up.
100%.
I didn't know he only missed 3 shows in his 20-some years of being there. Which, oddly enough, his first one was in 2001 when his wife had a kidney transplant, which was originally supposed to be on 9/11. He said they were in the hospital. because they lived in Jersey. They were in the hospital. She was just about to get it. Her brother-in-law was giving her the kidney, so it could be done whenever. So the doctor came in and was like, "Hey, we're shutting the hospital down. There's an emergency. It's getting moved. Whatever." They didn't know what was going on. They went outside, and that's when they saw all the cameras and everything happening. That's
crazy.
Yeah, and then he goes, oddly enough, 3 weeks later, they made it on a Monday, so I had to miss Raw. So the second one was his son's wedding, and then the third time he missed was last year's. He had a family trip planned with everybody, which I remember like McAfee trashing him on TV of like Cole not being there.
He's deserved it though. That man has said a lot.
The only other thing I have from that, well, the one part I didn't write down because I remember it. I remember he talked about when McAfee wore shorts at WrestleMania. And he was like, "What are you doing? This is fucking WrestleMania." And Vince is like, "No, it's okay. He can go do it," because they were like dress shorts. But I remember the whole time on the pre-show, he just kept saying, "Here I am, me and my shorts." He did say he said he loves working on McAfee, and then McAfee wants to know nothing about anything. He just wants to go there for Raw, and whatever happens, happens. He doesn't want to know any of the outcomes. He doesn't want to know the way the show is going to go.
He wants to do
He basically wants to be right. He basically wants to be like Samantha Irvin. She didn't want to know who was winning any match. She just wanted to know. Obviously, for her job, she needs to know like who was in the matches and when the matches were coming. But she didn't want to know any results of the match. That's basically him. He just wants to go there, have fun, which you can see he's having a blast. Him and Cole are having so much fun together.
Think about that for a second. From ring announcers, you not only have to remember like. Obviously,
dude, you have to
know
remember
the wrestler's name, but like
you have to remember their height. Do they do their height?
They don't. I don't think they do it anymore. But like where they're from,
they do the men's weights.
That's kind of impressive.
I was watching. I don't remember even how long ago this was. Mike Rome was on. I want to say maybe Valet, and Valet would say names, and he would say where they were from, his height, and his weight, just off the top of the head.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Imagine if that was our job.
There's no way.
We just had to memorize like wrestlers' hometowns and height and weight.
I wouldn't be able to do it. There's no way.
You know what I would do? I would take all the women's weight and I would deduct like 10 pounds off of
They never did the women's weight.
I'm just saying, just to make them happy and not get mad at me.
What if like Nia Jax is like, I want to be the heaviest?
125 pounds.
Add more to my number.
125. You got to know how to play the game.
Yeah, there's no way I'd be able to do any of that.
No, that's insane memory. 100%. WWE launches 2 new titles for the ID program.
Did you see them?
Yeah.
I like them.
I like them too.
I like them.
Yeah.
That makes it between NXT, between WWE, NXT, the NXT ID, AEW, Ring of Honor, New Japan, and TNA, there's now 54 titles in professional wrestling.
I mean, these are still the developmental ones, though. I mean,
right.
If I'm not mistaken, I think OVW had titles.
They did.
Yeah. But, like, in the grand scheme of things, nobody really talks about. Like,
right.
But NXT...
But apparently these two, they're being... Like, whoever gets them, they're being defended at those indie shows.
Which is cool, yeah.
I feel like that's going to make more people want to go to indie shows.
Yeah, and then if you have a lengthy title run and you're over and people love you, now you get to go to NXT.
Right. And you're already going to be basically known. Yeah.
And that's what they're doing. It's instead of putting someone in NXT... Like, you know, first match of the night, nobody knows who you are.
Right.
Like someone with the name like John Wall. That's a basketball player. I just looked at your wall and I picked it up.
Oh, it's like he's going to say Cena.
Like, who is this guy? Nobody knows about him. But then, like, it's like, oh man, this guy from the development is up now.
Like, imagine watching NXT and you're like, the first match of the night, here comes your WWE ID champ. And then Booker T and Corey Graves can be like, oh man, this is the first ID champ, you know, he came from here. And
it's like, the same way when a person gets called up from NXT, they'll just be like, hey, multiple time North American champion.
Or now with having the TNA partnership, they talk about the TNA runs.
Yeah.
They talked about Styles' run on Raw.
I just think it's a good way to build a resume.
Yeah.
And even if it doesn't work out here, they're on TV, people know them, and then now they can go to another company. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I would say TNA, but then you're working with WWE.
You're still working with WWE.
But still, yeah. Anyways.
So that... Over the weekend when Collision was in Australia, Rhea Ripley was down there. That's why she wasn't on Raw.
Oh, really?
She was. They didn't show her on TV, obviously, but there was I think she posted a picture, her and Buddy, and because that's when he had the crutch.
That's because Khan was probably scared to show her on TV.
Probably.
She'd beat his ass.
Probably. Remember Mackenzie Mitchell? She was on NXT.
Yeah.
She was a backstage. She's now the ring announcer full time for Impact.
I saw that. Yeah. I didn't write it down, but I saw it.
I did. I have a bunch of random news written down.
Usually, I have more news than you.
I know.
I'm very happy.
Mike Santana, who Proud and Powerful, Dead Prez, LAX. I love him. He's one of my favorite tag team people. He's 2 years sober. He just got his 2-year coin. Really? I think that's really impressive. Yeah.
I'm mad at myself right now.
Why?
Because I knew there was something I forgot. I forgot to put LAX on my list.
Put it down quick. Nobody pay attention. I put them down.
No. See, what you'll find here on this podcast.
Why are you going like professional all of a sudden?
Is honesty.
I'm all lie. When you were talking, I wrote like 3 more names down.
Oh, so you're being dishonest and I'm the one that's being honest.
Yeah, I'm not being dishonest. I'm telling them.
Calm down, Eddie Guerrero.
I'm telling them I wrote 3.
Lie, cheat, steal.
I'm trying to think if the Guerreros there can be on there. I don't think so.
No,
I don't have the Mexicools.
Okay, first of all, we're not putting the Mexicools on there because that was one of the most racist
gimmicks. Yo, in that game that year, I made my guy come out on the John Deere. Let's get back to the news.
I'm not gonna lie, that was fun to do that.
Right?
No, that was Vince McMahon racist stuff.
Right. I mean, you're not wrong.
What
else do you have for the news?
Oh, I did read somewhere that the minimum salary has been raised for the WWE main roster.
I wrote this down as well.
So according to reports, it was around $250,000. That was the minimum salary to be on the main roster, and then now it's up to $350,000.
Yeah. I have that. I have the same exact thing written down.
That's kind of crazy, really.
Right. So along with that, kind of in the same vein, Meechin said that the weed is no longer on the drug test in WWE.
Yeah.
Does that mean Riddle's coming back?
Right now, Riddle's probably punching air somewhere. I don't. But then again, he tried to start fights with a bunch of people too. Right. So I'm not sure how that's gonna work out.
Let's see. I only have 2 more things really.
Well, I read that Demolition is possibly being discussed as being inducted.
Because they have they just got Legends contracts or something. Because I believe
there was a lot of stuff going on with them in, I guess, the former regime of WWE, and that's kind of what kept them away a lot.
What a shock! You mean he had problems with people? Wow. I think they're in the game. I think that's why they're doing it. Maybe in a pack. I saw something.
No, I think they actually might be in the game.
Because the legends in the game have like a gold border. And I saw their pictures with like a gold border.
I also read somewhere that AEW is predicted to land Josh Alexander because his TNA contract's up.
I saw that. He would be really good there, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
He's a really good performer.
And hey, you're one of your favorite tag teams. The guy who is more popular than John Cena, Jeff Hardy. And the Hardys are scheduled to return to WWE TV.
They're going to NXT next week.
Yep.
I'm kind of excited to see it, but also like
February 25th.
Yeah, they're going to be in. That's also when Moose is challenging Alexis King that same night. So there's going to be a couple TNA guys on that match.
That's going to be.
Yeah.
I love this. I love this crossover.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
You want to talk about the Hall of Fame induction?
You know what? I have the chamber participants. So go ahead. You roll the induction.
I don't remember the name of the show. It was on ESPN. I'm not even sure why they were there, honestly. But Triple H has announced that Michelle McCool is the second inductee into this year's Hall of Fame. She deserves it 100%.
Why do you think I'm clapping?
The video where like as soon as he started talking, she was like, she just starts crying and goes into Taker's arms. Like
that's nice clap.
I think
this is sarcastic clap.
I think Taker inducts her.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't?
That's gonna be a cool video once we do like who we think should be in the Hall of Fame and who's gonna induct who.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Taker inducting her, I think, is a no-brainer.
Or maybe I don't know how she is with the company, Layla. I don't know her.
She's probably okay with this regime, but the prior one, not
right.
so much.
I don't know where they're at right now, but she would be a cool one to induct too.
And I'm just saying, not because Taker was my favorite wrestler growing up, but like since he stopped being Undertaker and now he's just like Taker, Mark Calloway. Hearing him talk,
oh my god,
I love it. Like I love the stories. I love his personality.
I haven't watched all of his podcasts, but I've watched some, and I'm just like,
I've watched most of them. Yeah,
some of the stories he has.
But like his personality too, it's like I never knew.
No, yeah, you would never.
Because
like, even they, I mean, he said even when they're just walking around somewhere, he had to be Undertaker. He had to be in that.
That's
role.
because he embraced the kayfabe. He embraced the history of wrestling so much that he didn't want to give up to who he really was. I really thought that he was like stealing people's souls and stuff.
Some of the stuff he did back then was scary.
I mean, he had me convinced. The Phantom Taker when he wore the mask.
When he wore the mask because he broke his nose.
That was Yokozuna gave him a bonsai drop right on the face.
Shattered his nose, right?
Orbital bone, I think it was. Why do I remember that?
I don't know, but we can't remember other things.
I couldn't remember the
Michael Carver's name.
Michael Carver's name or the outcome of what happened on SmackDown last week, but I could remember that other thing.
That's how we are. We just remember random stuff like that.
All right, so we do have the final participants in the Elimination Chamber. So we go with the men's. We got John Cena, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre. Why did I say his name like that?
I don't know.
Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Damian Priest, and the Visionary.
What are you doing?
The Revolutionary.
Oh my God.
The Architect. Seth Rollins.
The guy that broke up the Shield.
Hey, you know what? Good things don't last forever. If he didn't break up the Shield, you can't argue with
who.
If he didn't break up the Shield,
oh my
the
God,
bloodline
no. You're
would
right.
start.
No, you're right.
So you know what? He's responsible.
Should we do it now, or are we saving it for well, obviously we should save it for the prediction.
No, we're going to do our predictions there. But that's who's going to be in the match. It's going to be Cena, Punk, McIntyre, Logan Paul, Priest, and Seth Rollins for the men. For the women, we got Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Naomi, and Roxanne Perez.
Who's going to get the shit kicked out of her, yo?
Liv?
Yeah, because of the video they showed from SmackDown of like her and Raquel beating. I still don't think
Liv is screwed over every woman in that match.
I still don't think they're who attacked. Why can't I think of her name?
Jade Cargill?
Yeah. I still don't think they were the ones that did it. I still think it was somehow Naomi and Bianca.
I think it was Bianca, to be honest with you.
I did send you the thing. I did see on Twitter somebody put how awesome would it be if it was down to whoever and Alexa and the lights went on, the lights came back on and the Wyatt Six are in each pod. That would be amazing. There
was rumors about Alexa being the female fiend.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, it could work.
It could work. I don't know how. We gotta wait. They have to come back with to see what they're even gonna do.
Yeah, 100%.
So speaking of the Fiend,
ooh, transitions.
2 years ago on Monday was the last time Bray Wyatt was on TV.
Yeah, I don't even.
And I think that was the introduction of Uncle as his brother's Uncle Howdy too, because that was when they fought Hit Row.
I still don't even like talking about.
I don't. It's still. But when I saw it, I was like, we have to put that in there. We have to talk about it.
He was just so young, man.
Right.
So young. 36.
I couldn't believe it.
Actually, when he passed, we were the same age.
Was it really? You're right.
2 years ago, when he was alive, he was 36.
I want to watch that his documentary again. I think.
Me too. I loved it.
That was really good,
and it made me sad.
Yeah, but I cried. There was at least 2 or 3 times in it I cried.
Oh God, yeah. Especially when they talk about him having like his kids and everything like that. Yeah. And then I'm just sitting there as a father, and I'm like, yo.
When they showed like all the drawings and stuff that he did that are like half done, and why can't I think of her name? She was like, I don't even know what to do with any of them.
Like how much more ideas he has.
Oh my God, yeah.
I think that's what they're really tapping into, which unfortunately his brother had to get hurt now, so he's been off TV. But
that's the rumor. He's the one hurt, which is why the Wyatt Six aren't there. So I put this in the news. I guess we could have put it in the rewind. I did watch that Legends of Future Greats LFG show. I don't know what it is, man. When I was like, oh, this. I think it's because every clip they showed during the week, it was just this one dude who cut a promo on Bully Ray, and then Bully Ray like gave attitude back, and he's like, go leave in the ring, and Taker's like, no, get your ass back in the ring. Like, hold on. He's like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? It's pretty much tough enough.
I like the one where the guy he did the promo, but he was doing it like happy.
He was like once. For like whatever the dude with the missing tooth.
Yeah, he was like all like happy, and then they were like,
do a mean one. He like you could see like something in him like switch, and they were like, why didn't you like?
They're like, oh yeah, I'm impressed with that one, like
because he's like step 1, hit him. Step 2, hit him harder. Step 3, repeat step 2. Like
It's like you're a bad set of
So
directions.
the first show started. I missed the first maybe 10 minutes or so, but they just had people squaring up in the ring. And the second part was the everybody came out and did a promo. I'm pretty sure there's a Samoan in there because the chick came out with like tribal tattoos all down her arm. So there's our next bloodline. She cut a really good promo. But then after that, so there's basically 4 legends or coaches: Booker T, Bubba Ray, Undertaker, and Mickey James. They all picked.
That's a hell of a list.
I know. They all picked 2 guys and 2 girls to have an actual match. So they picked Shiloh Hill, which is the dude with the missing tooth. I'm really glad I remembered his name. And the other dude is Maxine Dupree's boyfriend. I can't remember his name. And then it was 2 girls who the one is an Olympic gold medalist and the other one was a cheerleader for the Titans, I believe she said. But then out of those 2 matches, they don't pick the winner because obviously there's a winner and a loser. They picked who outperformed each other. Yeah. Who performed better. So we're both standing there and they all say, I think you did better. I think you did better. I think you did better. So whoever won the vote of the coaches got to pick who their coach was going to be. I don't know why, but me personally, say if like Taker didn't pick me, the other 3 picked me, I would pick Taker as my coach because I would want to show Taker I'm better than what you think because you didn't pick me. I would want to pick the one coach that didn't pick me.
Oh, 100%.
And I don't know why, but as I'm watching it, I'd be like, oh my God, that's who didn't pick you, pick that person. That's just would mean what I would do, but I'm into this show. I'll be watching the show every week. The other 2, like Rivals and whatever the other show is, I'm good. Like we've done Rivals. I don't remember what the other show even is. But this LFG, I'll be watching this LFG.
You know what? This just gave me an idea. You want to hear my ridiculous idea?
I do.
We're talking about performance and everything. I say if we ever hit 1 million subscribers...
You know how long that's going to take us?
Well, we need to save up for it. We rent or get into a ring and have a match, me versus you.
Oh my God, yes, I'm down.
What do you think?
I'm so down.
That would be amazing.
And entrance music.
Oh, full out.
I'm so down for that.
Full out.
There's a big ass. We could put the ring over here in this big ass field by my house.
I'm so.
Oh, I'm so. I love that.
Who's going over?
I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. I'm so down for that.
That's 1 million though, because that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. It's gonna take a long time to hit 1 million.
Yeah, you're right. $1 a day.
That's still gonna be a lot. That's still gonna be a long time.
Still, you know what? You gotta have dreams and if you don't have anything to reach for, why is your hands up?
Right. Why are you even here?
Why is your hands up? What am I talking about?
So that was all my news for the week.
Yeah, that was everything I got for the week as well.
Do you want to get into probably the crazy part for the week, the promos?
Oh, are we gonna get into the promos?
We are. Do we do a disclaimer now or before my promo?
I'm a little nervous on how your promo is going to turn out.
I don't know how bad you're going to be, but...
He wouldn't even tell me what his promo
Usually we do. On. Usually we tell each other what our promos are going to be on, but I don't want to because I don't want to let any bit of anger out before my promo comes out. And I'm going to do something before my promo and you're going to be like, oh no.
Is your clothes staying on?
Yeah. You're going to, as soon as I do the first thing, you're going to go, he's being serious.
Well, I can't even guess on
Bro,
what it's about.
When I've seen it, I just felt the anger in me immediately. I'm getting it now. I can feel it now.
I mean, if you want to go,
no, go ahead. You go first.
No, please.
Okay, well, please. I want to put a disclaimer out there. We do try to keep this show PG-13. You know, we drop curses here and there. If you have any little kids watching, send them away for a couple minutes. Ready?
I don't know what to expect.
So, as we all know, what are you doing?
I'm giving you your privacy.
You don't have to. As we all know, that I've said a couple times, I have my other channel, my Pixie Dust Chronicle Disney channel. I try to keep it PG. I try to keep it lighthearted. I try to do all that.
It's a good channel. Check it out, by the way.
The other day, I went and saw the Captain America movie. Whatever. The first comment I see, you look like you watch the Marvel movies. Yes, I'm a Marvel fan.
Wait. Before you get into it, the first comment on your video?
Yes. I'm getting hot. As you can see, when I did the hat, I know you went, oh man. And I know a couple people on there went, oh man.
I'm offended.
The first comment, you look like somebody who watches a Marvel movie. Yeah, I do watch Marvel movies. I know you watch Marvel movies. Sir Taylor, your wife would watch the Marvel movie, but she was too busy on my cock watching it the whole entire time. I don't know who the fuck you think you are. I look like I watch a Marvel movie? Who cares? Why don't you take your mustache and go back to fucking Brokeback Mountain with your boy toy, and you guys can make a movie together? It was all lighthearted. It was all good. It was all fun and games. As soon as I saw that, it snapped in here. And I was like, I have my promo for the week. I'm so fucking excited you did that. Because you know what? I'm going to send you this clip just so you can see that anybody can be a Marvel fan.
So, let me ask.
I'm hot. I can feel it.
Let me dissect this for a moment. So, we have a troll that came at you.
Yeah. And I didn't want to put a comment because I didn't want to make it go. But I was like, you know what? You're my promo for this week, you piece of shit.
Did he have a mustache?
His
Did
profile.
He actually had his real picture?
No. His profile picture, which granted mine is my logo. His profile picture said Sir Taylor with a mustache. Because his boyfriend probably gives him mustache rides. Sir Taylor, and then a bunch of random ass numbers. I go to your page. You have nothing on your fucking page. So why have a YouTube channel? Why have anything? I don't. You want to be a troll? That's fine. That's cool. Tell your wife and your daughter I said what's up. I'm hot. I can feel it. I'm hot.
I could tell it.
Dude, I turned the hat. I was like, I'm going to turn the hat.
Do you feel better that you've gotten that out?
I do. Yeah. Because I kept it in. Because I wanted to write a comment. And I was like, no. Because that's just going to make other things go. I'm just going to clip this and send this to his bitch ass.
I feel like maybe this was a little therapeutic for you.
I feel better. Dude, that happened Friday. So that I kept that in all till today. Once in a while I let it out. I was like, no, I need to keep it in because he's my promo.
I'll be honest, I watch your videos, but I don't read the comments.
I just got the notification and I read that comment and I turned. I felt the heel click. I'm hot. I'm still hot.
I could see why you would be upset about that. And also the point about you look like you watch Marvel.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. Because I watch Marvel.
Right.
Actually, I'm the one that argued with you that Marvel was even better than DC.
Exactly. I mean, his wife watches Marvel movies when she's not busy making her own movies with all the guys in town.
Breaking news.
I'm hot.
Breaking news.
Thank you for letting me go first. I got it out, now I feel better.
Do you feel better now?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to have a promo now after that.
No, you need to have your promo because you need to get it out.
See, my promo kind of ties into your promo.
That's perfect. Do you want to put your hat forwards because that's what you're saying?
No. My promo is going to be short and simple. And I guess a lot of people could fit the topic about it. And the topic would be fake people. Mm-hmm. See, that really gets under my skin. Fake people is you try so hard to build this lie, to build this wall of who you really are. Yet, under certain circumstances, it cracks. It shows. I'm not going to divulge too much into it. And I know typically I like to keep my promos lighthearted and funny.
Not this week.
But I just have to say, when you have somebody around you that shows niceness, caring, don't mistake the niceness for weakness. Because that's what I'm allowing you to see. Because I could be just as bad.
I've seen it.
Even worse.
I've seen it.
Especially when it comes to dealing with people that have been fake to me. Now, I'm the most loyal person, one of the most loyal people you'll ever meet in your life. Until that line hits. And when that line hits and that line is crossed, then there's no going back. It's either you don't exist to me anymore or you're an enemy. And there was a lot of things that happened over the past week. Like, things that you probably don't even know about. Things that have happened outside of work.
Probably not.
But I just seen an ongoing trend of fake. And I'm a lot of things, but one thing I do like to pride myself on is I'm real. And I like to be real with everybody. So, yeah, that's my promo this week.
I'm shaking from my promo.
I'm not shaking.
I'm shaking from my promo.
It's a little chilly, that's why I'm shaking.
That could be it too. I don't keep the heat on in the house.
And you know what else about fake people? I bet y'all make your beds in the morning.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Thank you for the therapy session.
Yeah, that felt nice. But I bet they do make their beds.
I had a funny promo to end it with, and I don't remember when it was on, and it makes me mad.
Wonder why. I just brought up fake people, because I guarantee you everybody watching this episode right now is going to as soon as I mention the word fake people, you have a name that pops into your head.
No, somebody's going to click in their head.
It's relatable.
100%.
It's relatable. It's just that, we deal with it on a daily basis. Everybody in the world, not just me. It's just that over the past, week, I've seen...
There's a lot.
So many examples that happen, and I'm just like, what? Do I have a magnet on me?
Could be it. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Oh,
we only have 18 viewers anyways. We're going to drop down.
I take my shirt off, we go up to at least 20 and a half.
Negative 20.
20 and a half.
They'll be subtracting views. We're going to have the only video with negative views.
We'd get monetized to stop making videos.
I'm glad we just joked it off because I'm hot. You're hot.
I'll pay you. They'll pay
Pause.
us.
I don't mean it like that.
Well.
Oh my god. Don't touch my foot. You're playing footsies.
Tell me again how you feel.
No, because we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry we got a little real there for a couple minutes, but yeah, I had to get that out. I knew you had to get that out. I knew what your promo was going to be before you knew what your promo was going to be.
And just to say about, we're online. No, there's no way to avoid people making comments and shit. The only thing that I don't like about it, and I'm sure, let's take your personal views aside. What I don't like about it is I just don't like bullying. I don't like ink pens, apparently. I don't like bullying in general. I don't know. It's just, to me, it's just a big coward thing.
I mean, we've had this talk how many times before?
Sitting behind the screen and just putting things out there because, what if it was somebody watching a video that maybe had a disability or something?
I was just gonna say.
Are you gonna say that they look like they watch and stuff?
Just about to say
you don't understand what people have going on in their lives, and you don't understand what people might use as their way to cope with how shitty life could be sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Wrestling. Look at Matt Cardona.
Right.
Would you ever look at him and be like, he collects action figures?
You would never think that. There's a lot. Ethan Page does it.
But it's just
you would never.
Don't ever try to rain on somebody for something that they love.
Right.
And something that is a part of their life. Because for you, it might be Disney. For me, I love music.
Right.
You know me. I'm an encyclopedia when it comes to that stuff. But you're gonna talk because I like Adele. You're gonna talk about that I like Adele.
You do have a Taylor Swift trap album on your phone.
I do. Listen, I don't even care. Y'all want to come at me if I got Tay-Tay on my phone? I got Adele on my phone. I got boy bands. I got a boy band playlist.
I know the Bye 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 dance. All right, there's nothing.
Have you ever been super kicked by somebody listening to "I Want It That Way"? Go ahead, talk shit. You'll be the first. I think that we're done.
The funny part is too.
We're not done.
We are done. There's a second comment. So a lot of people trashed the movie. Whatever. The second comment was the best part of the movie was the cup that you bought. I thought it was kind of funny. Because it's just like a Captain American cup with a lid.
Well, I would say stupid things. I mean, the best looking thing about your video is your wall behind you.
Probably. It's not you.
No, it's not at all.
Probably. You're right.
But that's okay. If you want to be funny about it, that's cool. That's cool.
I feel so much better that it came out. I feel so much better. I'm still hot.
But how many times are you going to tell me you're hot?
I don't know. Because that's what they say when you get a good promo. Thank you for letting us vent. This has gone long.
This has gone very long.
But we also had extra stuff to talk about.
We did. And we both had a promo. Typically, we don't always both have a promo.
Or usually one of them is really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the people who make their beds.
Oh my God.
I'm not going to let that go. Honestly, I'm getting a shirt made. If you make your bed, you suck. That's
how many people at work came at you saying I make my bed?
I got told about it. And you know what? I wish I knew where these people lived because I go in their house and unmake it.
Do you make the kids make their bed?
No.
I'm just asking.
Why would I?
What about on the weekends to make your kid make the bed?
Absolutely not.
Okay, I'm just asking. That's
as long as nothing falls on the floor. I don't care if your sheets are all scrunched and everything.
Okay, I'm just throwing it out. I'm just asking. That's all. We're not getting to this anymore. We're done with the bed talk.
Like maybe my daughter will like tuck in her stuffed animals and stuff, or she'll make her bed because she feels like a grown up. And then I gotta tell her that when you're a grown up, you don't have to make your bed.
Oh my god!
See, look. This is what happens.
Yeah, this is what happened.
This is what happened.
My bed wasn't even made. Is the problem?
I bet if I look in there right now.
Go ahead. It's not.
It's made.
It's not. I'm telling you, it's not.
It's made.
It's not.
You look like a guy
Sir
that
Taylor's
would make
wife was in there this morning. It's not.
You look like a guy that would make your bed.
I do, don't I? But I don't. I never make my bed.
You didn't get it, did you?
I did. I got it.
All right, cool. Well, you know what? Thanks for watching us ramble. Thanks for letting us vent, and hope you enjoyed the weekly review. So we'll catch you guys next week.
Later. Oh my god.
Why can't I get past this?
Welcome back to the D&D Talk Wrestling Weekly Rewind.
We're gonna go over the weekly events that fuck.
Oh my god. What? See what happens? Welcome back to the D&D. Oh my fucking god! Already, here we go.
I'm sorry.